Alright, game 6 here, final one for the match. Someone reappears, which is nice, especially after last game's adventures. Ha, see that? Adventures. Alright. Bad jokes aside, there's Witch, and developers you only trashing, so yeah, put that fairy token on Witch, buy a Witch. So you open Witch nothing. Really? Um, so with respect to develop, if you notice, you could develop your estates right now and turn them into witches. So if you move them over to minions, you could do the same thing. Festivals do the same thing. Also, with the fairy token, you could move the token over to gear and develop curses and coppers into gears, which might be worthwhile. So now my opponent moves the fairy token over to minions, which is, perfectly reasonable, is what I'm going to do here as well. Because I think the deck you want to build on this board, you want to junk your opponent, obviously, and get a lot of minions. That's about it. Maybe gold, and that's about all the time I think you'll have for things. But I want to do things differently, so I am entertaining thoughts of this develop thing here. But for now, just picking up the minion alongside my opponent. The witch misses the shuffle. That's not good. That is not good. So here on 3, I could go for the minion. I could. Perfectly normal, logical choice. Just go for the minion. No, I want to go for the develop. Just to try to be stylish. I think, like, even buying it, I thought this was a little bit too cute to do. To go for the develop, because there's no nice way to trash. Minion comes and wrecks your hand, and you can skip your develop for the whole turn. So I don't think develop was a particularly good buy, but I still decided to do it. Here I have 5, not going to develop, summoning a minion instead. So summon is cool on the plus action cards because it gives you an extra action. So I could play this witch, and if I draw into a minion, or ideally I develop, but develop already went, then I could have still played something. So that's cool that way. Going to pick up not a minion here, not via the summoning route. So that hand gets pitched, and I have this hand. 2 coppers, 2 curses, whereas on last hand I could have developed that estate into a minion. And maybe I had still money to buy one, but this is what minion does, it gives you crappy hands. Oh well. So my opponent now is in front in both the curse split and in the minion split. So things don't look very good for me in this game, honestly. If I want to come back, my develop needs to be amazing to do so. Or maybe I should get a second one, but it is so hard to reliably play your develop all the time. Anyways, the minions are done. 6-4 to my opponent. And I'm going to lose the curse split, at least that's bad. So I just take the coins here. No, actually I discard because there's nothing to gain off the develop, sorry. And discard again. This time I'm just looking for the witch. I feel like I haven't been actively doing that for much of this game, but I think the witch is the very last card in the shuffle. I don't want to make 3 minions miss just to plant a curse in my opponent's deck. I feel like that's not worth it. So now, here go some more ideas. I'm going to move the fairy token over to the gears. So maybe the develop could trash curses and give me gears. Maybe. So here I finally have the witch, but it gets lost in the discard pile. Minion comes around and blazes me. So this has summoned the minion for my opponent, so the witch draws them into more minions, which they can then play, and they pick up, what is this, a fairy over to the festival pile. My opponent has develops as well, and even though they have more minions than me, they haven't played that develop a lot. So yeah, there's not a nice way to play your develops very often in a minion stack. I knew that, but don't listen to yourself. Anyways, I'm not really sure how much of a difference it would have made, but I don't know. You can't say, right? You can't say this late into the game, oh, it was so influential in the witch missing the shuffle so much and whatnot. Anyways, I have a gear now, which is nice. Gear is cool, especially against minion, because you don't lose the gear cards, as opposed to save. For example, save, if you save something, you lose those cards if the minion attacks you. Whereas the gear keeps them safe in that haven area. This is a bit uncomfortable. I'm not really sure what to store with the minion. I mean, I don't know what to do here. I just put money aside. Maybe I could get something expensive next in. Who knows? Who knows? So I lose this minion here, I believe. Nope, my opponent foregoes that to play a witch. Still curses in the pile, I'm surprised. Anyways, now I have two minions out. Woohoo. My opponent picks up, what is this, another develop? Yeah, another develop. Discarding, and I could play this witch, and I do play this witch. Alternative players to develop the witch into hireling smithy. Maybe the hireling could do some work for me. I don't know, I'm desperate at this point. My deck is in a shambles. Now I move back the fairy token over to the festival, so I clearly have no idea what's going on. Clearly. My opponent just has to, get enough festivals and buy the odd province or so to finish off the game here. I'm left with the develop in this hand, so that's good. That's good. My opponent actually manages to connect the develop and the estate. I was trying to do this for the whole game. He gets it on turn 11 or so here, so that estate turns into a festival at the top of his deck. So anyways, I get rid of a curse here and pick up a festival, but I have a million more curses to get rid of before I get anywhere meaningful, and I summon a festival. It was cool to play with someone. You could just like a conjurer here, just summon festivals and summon minions, just come to life, my minions. Whatever, that's a little bit theme there for you. Get rid of the curse here with the developer. I'm going to discard with this minion. 4 is net 5, but I can still pick up a festival. Can't summon it though. Can look cool, do my spells and poof, summon festival. You want to have fun, guys? Watch me summon a festival. Bam! Anyway, quite a good turn for my opponent here. A couple festivals, getting through a lot of minions and the witch, and developing a copper, and actually finishing out, not finishing out, sorry, I'm ahead of the game here, picking up a few things actually, a gear, some more festivals, I believe, a summon festival anyway. I am going to make that play with the witch here, summoning it, not summoning, developing the witch into hireling smithy. Hopefully I could stick the hireling and play and get some value out of it, even though there's just 4 festivals left and they cost $3. Yeah, I don't even see the hireling here, so really just a waste of developing them. So just going to turn in the curse, and here I believe my opponent has enough gas in the tank to finish the game. Develops an estate into one of the festivals and then has enough buys and money to get rid of the remaining festivals. And actually has to pick up some points because developing the estate would put them level with points with me. So, but they have enough buys to do it, right? The develop can get them there. So here you see the develop gets rid of the estate for the festival. Minion can draw that festival, play festival. You have 4 buys and things are cheap. So triple festival estate wins for my opponent. So that is game 6, and that's the match. Very interesting one with lots of summoning in it. Please leave comments, questions if you like, and thank you for watching. See you in the next match.